So, Eoin, it's great to have you here at the London Film and Comic Con today. Of course, we've met you before, and we know when you were filming Merlin in France, you ended up being a bit of a tourist attraction, you guys. What was that like?
I think we made France a better place, just in general. And the French, I wish the French government could like given us little medals and stuff. No, I don't think they really cared very much. France is mental because there's so many. It was a lot of people, and it can be a little bit. Sometimes it's a bit like doing a theatre play, because you're kind of on show a lot when you're doing all the scenes outside, so it's very much you're being watched. So film is quite intimate and television is quite intimate because there only is, even if you have a big crew, so that was much more of almost a live performance type thing in a way.
Now, there's a bit of a rumour going around that the guys spent longer in the makeup truck than the ladies did on Merlin. We spoke to Rupert recently and he said, oh, yeah, that sounds right, but I'm going to say no because I don't want that rumour to continue. But what do you say about it?
Well, it's actually a lot of bollocks. I'll be honest with you. I didn't ever get makeup in Merlin. Very, very rarely. I love the makeup girls. We didn't really do anything. So I think Rupert's hair takes quite a while because it's quite fluffy and curly. You know, I just get out of a shower and it just sits like this. You know, Rupert's the main culprit.
You're a wash and go kind of guy.
Wash and go kind of go, yeah. I'm not into makeup, so dirt. They give me loads of dirt. I like getting dirt put on. Yeah, dirt's good.
Now, you had more and more armour as you went on the show as well. What was that like? Were you weighed down?
You know, I actually hated that because when I first came in, I didn't have any armour. It was just like all these nice kind of airy, fairy clothes. And then I began to get very jealous of Merlin because he had no armour. And I remember when I first came in, I had the same costume as he did, essentially. And then I began to get quite envious of the fact that he was still jumping around the place in this like nice little woolen boots and little kind of, leggings and nice little kind of t-shirt. And I was like, this isn't fair. We're rocking around France in capes and all sorts of armour, and this was a fucking tits. Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Right, okay, I've got to ask this now. How do you think your skills on the following things improved over the various seasons you were doing Merlin? Okay, riding horses, having sword fights, getting drunk and getting lost in forests.
Well, exponentially they all got better. I think the getting lost in forests got worse as a thing. As in, you don't get better at getting lost in forests, you get worse at getting lost in forests. The rest of them all got better though as it went along. Yeah.
So your skill base improved on that?
Yes, apart from the getting lost part. Yeah.
We've talked a bit about with the other guys what would happen if there was a Merlin the movie. Would you be up for going back for Merlin the movie, and what would you like to see in that?
Yeah, I'd happily do a Merlin movie, but I mean it depends on how they wrote it and what they did with it. So, but I don't really know. I guess if they were going to do it, I'd do it. Yeah, most definitely. But I'd do an Adventures of Gawain, Adventures of the Green Knight, and all that kind of stuff. That'd be fun to do. Yeah.
I want to ask you a bit about Cold as well, because obviously you've one of your new movie, you've crowdfunded it. How's that going with that, and when can we expect to see it? And tell us a bit about it.
Well, we're finished it, and it's premiering in Galway next Saturday, actually, in Galway, the main screen, which I'm really happy about. So I got one of the main picks. And Galway is a festival that's close to my heart, and then we're going to work out from Galway what festivals are going to send it to afterwards. So it's really, really beautiful and really happy with it. So hopefully I want to do the festival circuit with it for 6 months, and then we'll just kind of see what happens. But it's finished, and everyone so far, the feedback's been great, so I'm really happy. Yeah.
What was it like working with Tom as a director, as well as an actor and the writer on this one as well?
But Tom's really easy to work with, because he's Tom, isn't he? He's just like the easiest person in the world, so it's like, it's just like hanging out. So.
More plans for more films after this one now?
I'm doing a show on NBC called The Night Shift, and we start shooting in about 5 weeks. So I'm not thinking beyond that. I'm just writing a lot. I've written a book and a few other things. I'm just kind of working on that. So yeah.
Your character on that is a bit of adrenaline junkie, isn't he? And a rule breaker. How much of an adrenaline junkie and a rule breaker do you think you are?
Depends on what it is. I'm not going to go doing any of that crazy stuff like doing stunts on a motorbike out of a helicopter. But I like doing my own stuff. Yeah, I don't like being told what to do. So maybe there's similarities that way.
And the doctors on the show as well have heard a bit of pranksters as well. How much of a prankster do you reckon you are, and what your favourite prank that you've ever done? Do
you know, I have a feeling we're going to end up with a lot of pranks in the show because the other guys are a bit mental, and JR and Brendan, and they kind of. I get the feeling this show could be fun in terms of we're going to get in trouble. That's the impression I get.
Oh, and it's been lovely speaking to you. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Absolute pleasure, sweetheart. Cheers, Dan.